I think that this would make a good idea for a movie to be explored because I see that Apple TV has explored time travel and space travel, interdimensional travel recently. So the idea is there for somebody that has an idea for a time machine and builds the time machine, but the moment they use it, they either instantly die, but they built in a fail safe that the moment they die, they get to redo it again. Like the machine itself goes back in time with a message stating failure. But because he's not in the time machine, that is an indication that the machine broke and he needs to figure out what went wrong and he needs to fix it. So he sends the time machine like a minute into the past, and then boom, he dies. The time machine comes back. He sends it a minute into the future. Boom, he dies, and the time machine comes back without him, right? Because the machine can survive without oxygen. Him as a human being can't survive without oxygen. So it would make sense why the machine keeps coming back without him. And then the character realizes that, oh yeah, the Earth spins. And then he accounts for the fact that the Earth is spinning, but then he's not calculating for the fact that where the Earth is spinning. So he keeps dying over and over as a character to the third act where he realizes, oh yeah, the Earth spins, like it rotates for day and night, but it's also at a certain angle, at a certain axis. He needs to calculate for that as well. But then also, the while the Earth is spinning, the solar system is spinning, but the galaxy is also spinning. So it needs to equate for that. This would be an interesting concept to see on like an Apple TV series or like a short film, because there are so many things you need to calculate for time travel to work effectively. Because a lot of people have commented on this video stating that obviously, if you can make a time machine, you will know about it needs to be a teleportation machine as well. Well, think about it this way. Up until now, we have not made a teleportation machine. That's what the point of the video was. What if somebody made a time machine but didn't realize that it needs to be a teleportation machine as well? And seeing the trial and error in a TV show or a movie would be excellent, at least in my opinion. I have quite a few ideas that I would share with any studio willing to listen for how to make time travel work. And there's this thematic thing that most shows and movies do where they mention rules for time travel, but then they break the rule. I think I equate this to the transporter where he's a man of rules, but then he breaks his rules. So he's not really a man of rules. So make an interesting show or a movie where the characters strictly abide by the rules set in the first act. I've written a few short stories where I do just that, where like the one story is kind of mid, but I adhere to the rules that I set in the beginning of the story, which is what makes the story seem better than it actually is. I'm kind of throwing shade at Tenet, but that's a different story for a different day. It's one of my favorite movies. So concepts like this can be explored as long as the writers remain consistent throughout the show or throughout the movie.